Good morning. Happy to be with you again this morning. And I received a message last night on Facebook from a young woman that had watched yesterday's devotional, and the statement that she made yesterday, if you remember, I was holding a little kitten, and I was trying to talk about the difference between that kitten and the other kitten, and how one is kind of adventurous and likes to go, try to get out of the bed, and the other one, stays close to mom and never goes much of anywhere. But the one that I had out yesterday was crying and crying, and it was getting, it was getting mom all anxious and upset, and this poor young lady about had a meltdown. She was watching this thing, and she said, she was saying, "Put that kitten back with her mama." And she said, "You about made me have a heart attack." And so, first of all, I just want to apologize. I think it was Valerie that, or was it Chrissy? It was Chrissy, I believe. Anyhow, it was one of Jerry Cathl's girls. I'm sorry, I can't remember which one it was. That's awful. Anyway, she said it was the thing that she got out of it that made her think about was that how this little kitten was so anxious away from its mother, and as soon as I put it back with its mother, everything was okay. Everything was calm. And she said it made her think about how we are sometimes with God. When we get away from God, when we walk away from God, all of a sudden our lives are filled with all sorts of anxiety. But when we're in that sweet spot, when we're close to our relationship with the Lord, when we're walking with Him like we should, that anxiety tends to melt away. And so this morning I got up and I did a little Bible search on the idea of anxiety, and I came up with a couple of different verses. Of course, the classic verse, Isaiah 40:31, "But those who hope in the Lord will renew their strength. They will soar on wings like eagles. They will run and not be weary. They will walk and not faint." Also, Isaiah 41:10, powerful verse. Do not fear, for I am with you. Now, this is a promise from God. Joshua is telling the children of Israel, so do not fear, for I am with you. Do not be dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you and help you. I will uphold you with my righteous hand. And of course, John 14:1, "Do not let your hearts be troubled. You believe in God, believe also in me." These were the words of Jesus. And lastly, Joshua chapter 1, verse 9, powerful, powerful verse. "Have I not commanded you?" Now listen to this. "Have I not commanded you? Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid." Joshua is saying God is commanding us. Don't be afraid. Don't be anxious. "Do not be discouraged, for the Lord your God will be with you wherever you go." Man, I tell you what, that's some powerful promises. That's a strong truth. God says, not only am I telling you don't be afraid, or not only am I encouraging you not to be afraid, but He said, I'm commanding you. I'm commanding you, don't be afraid, because I'm right here with you. There are a lot of things that happen in our life that are sort of tells. They're sort, in poker, I'm not a big poker player, but good poker players look for tells in other people, and those tells are, maybe if somebody's got a good hand, they kind of reach up and play with their ears. If they've got a good hand, that's a tell. That would be a real obvious tell. But sometimes it's just a way that they hold their mouth or whatever. But some poker players develop a tell that tells whether they got a good hand or a bad hand, whether they're bluffing or not bluffing. Well, in the Christian life, there's sometimes tells too. And they tell us, am I walking with God like I should be? Or am I not walking with God? And one of the things that can be a tell in our life is how much anxiety we're feeling, how much anxiety we're fighting, how much fear we're fighting. Because if we're really in that sweet spot with God, if we're really walking with God like we should be, if we're really feeling His presence in our day-to-day life because we've been spending time with Him and we've been in prayer, then our anxiety tends to melt away. It doesn't mean our problems go away, but that anxiety that fills us kind of melts away because we know we're walking with God. God's right there. He's got us. Just like that kitten who, the minute I put her back with her mama, she quieted right down and everything was cool. Well, when we're walking with God like we should, that anxiety leaves our hearts too. So my question to you today is anxiety your tell? Are you fighting a lot of anxiety, and is that telling you something about where you're at in your walk with God? Maybe you need to take another look at it. Maybe you need to spend a little bit more time with Him today. Well, my time is gone. I think they're calling for rain this afternoon, but right now, oh, there goes a bunny rabbit running across the lawn. Anyhow, it's a beautiful day outside right now. A little chilly, but a beautiful day. And I'm looking back against the mountains, and the trees are all turning green again, and it's looking so beautiful. I just love it. The clouds are beautiful. I wish you all could see it. I don't know if I can turn the camera around, if you can see it or not. Let me see if I can give you a quick look. Isn't it gorgeous? Anyhow, well, my time is gone. Listen, I hope you have a great day today. I hope everything goes well for you. And Lord willing, I'll see you tomorrow. God bless.